Well, I think we realized that just because the ballot measure had passed did not mean we needed to lessen our communications. If anything, it reinforced with us when we saw the overwhelming support for that ballot measure. It reinforced for us the need to continue and even amplify our communications with the communities we serve, largely announcing the rollout of the community funding program, that the lion's share of the revenues from our ballot measure go towards a community funding program that will fund West Slope water projects in a variety of categories, from healthy rivers to infrastructure to agricultural efficiency. And so that I guess it's fair to say when the ballot measure passed, that's when the work really began, is because we had to launch a program, we had to brand that program, and then we needed to communicate with our communities and our constituents about the importance of that program, both as a way of celebrating our success on the ballot measure, but also as a way of drawing them in and ensuring they knew that their tax dollars would be going to projects on the ground, again, helping to protect healthy rivers, supporting agricultural efficiency, updating and modernizing infrastructure. Any number of positive externalities that will come out of this program, and really have been focused after the ballot measure passed and still to this day, focusing on communicating what are the positive results of their willingness to support us at the ballot. So we're doing that through a variety of channels. It's not just social media, but it's, we've been hosting webinars. We're living in a day of limited in-person meetings, and hopefully we'll be getting back to more of those in-person boots on the ground workshops with communities about how can they apply, how can our funding and the funding that's a result of 7A, how can that help their community meet their water needs. But thus far, we've really been focusing on some of those digital platforms that help us to communicate, again, the success of 7A, but also the successes of those programs and the individual projects that have been funded as a result. I think to date, we've got a handful of projects across project categories that again, meet the needs of healthy rivers, support agriculture, infrastructure, and multi-benefit projects that we can communicate on. And so we're really continuing to get that message out there about the importance of the community funding program, but also to communicate those individual projects that are funded. And so it's been a really exciting opportunity to communicate with our constituents about the work we're doing on their behalf. So communicating the successes of the program is critical to ensuring that more and more communities and water users understand that the program exists. When they see in a webinar or on an advertisement on social media or in a newsletter from the River District that we're helping to fund the Colorado River Connectivity Channel to improve river health and benefit agricultural water users downstream, our hope is that the communication of those successes will only grow interest in the program, and that our constituents have an opportunity to work with us to make sure that their projects aren't forgotten, and that they can have an opportunity to source local dollars that can then be used as a catalyst to go out and leverage state and federal